Etam Vibhuti Yogam Cham. So Lord Krishna is saying that generally people know that God is great. Uh, Everybody knows God is great, right? But we don't know how great is the God. What is the greatness about the God? What is that which makes him great? So Lord Krishna gives the details about his own greatness to Arjuna through all the items in this universe where Krishna is situated. So etam vibhuti yogam tam means that vibhuti means opulences. So Lord Krishna is saying, one who actually knows my opulences, Aishwarya. You see, there are various types of opulences one may have. One is very beautiful, that's opulence. One is very knowledgeable, that's an opulence. One who is very powerful, that's an opulence. One who is very rich, lots of money, is opulence. One is very famous, that's an opulence. One has lots of opulences. So Krishna is saying that once you know my opulences, Vibhuti, you will be able to engage in my devotional service with unalloyed devotion. Of this there is no doubt. Mam yoveti tattvataha. So if we know Krishna tattvataha, tattvataha means in principle. Bhagavan Krishna, how great is Bhagavan Krishna? Once when know it, then our bhakti will become more firm and fixed. Usually people don't know much about God. They just know that yes, there is a God, but who is God? Who is his father? Who is his mother? Where the God lives? And why God is great. So that is all explained in this chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna, Shunu me paramam vacha vakshyami hitakamaya. Hitakamaya. Which means that I'm going to tell you, Shunu me paramam vachaha. Paramam means supreme. So Lord Krishna is saying that for your benefit, I'm going to speak this supreme knowledge, this opulence of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is saying in 10th chapter, 2nd shloka, Lord Krishna is saying, Na me vidu suragana. Suragana. Suragana means the demigods. Hmm? The demigods cannot understand Lord Krishna's origin and opulence. One cannot understand Krishna only by scholarships. If you say I'm a PhD, I have a master's degree, that is not a qualification to understand Krishna. No. An illiterate man can also understand Krishna. What is the qualification to understand Krishna? Faith and love. Only that. Love and faith is higher than anything in the world. Love is the highest qualification. Is that right? Krishna's devotees, like Sudama was a very poor Brahmin. Illiterate also. There are many saintly personalities who had never went to any school or college or university. Like Mirabai. Mirabai never went to any university. She had no PhD, but she is respected even today. Right? So, so-called material qualifications, what we all have. Somebody say, I'm a doctor. Okay, you might be a doctor, but that doesn't make you lovable to Krishna. But somebody who is a sweeper can be loved by Krishna because, or he can understand Krishna better because qualification to required Krishna is the love, the prema. There is nothing else. So, material scholarship is not the qualification. Na me vidu suragana. You might be a Devi Devta like Indra, or you might be Chandra, or you might be Surya. But that doesn't make you that you are higher and you can understand Krishna. Even Indra couldn't understand who Krishna is. And that is why Indra made a mistake one day. He showered all the rains on Krishna. And Krishna lifted Govardhan. He said, oh, okay, I will show you who am I. Brahmaji, he was illusioned by Krishna. Brahmaji didn't believe that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he abducted all the cows and the boys. Brahma Vyu Mohan Lila. So there are many incidences in which Devi Devtas also are confused just by seeing the Krishna's opulence. So even Devi Devata cannot understand who Krishna is. How about you and me? We are very little. We are insignificant. Is that right? So Lord Krishna is saying that I am going to tell you who am I, because to understand me is very difficult. Lord Krishna says Aham Adihi Devanam. So he says I am the source of Devanam. Devanam means all the demigods, all the Devi Devatas. All the Devi Devatas, as we learned in the ninth chapter also, Lord Krishna is saying that he is the origin of all the Devi Devatas. So who are Devi Devatas? Devi Devatas are the in charge of various necessities of human life. Like rain is supplied to us by which Devata? Uh, Indra Devata. Then sunlight is supplied by which Devata? Surya Devata. Then there is a wind is supplied by Vayu Devata or Pavan Devata. Then we have so many other necessities like grains are being supplied to us by all the necessities. When the sunlight is there, when the rain is there, the wind is there, then the dharti, earth will give you the grains. Right? So if there is no sun, will the grains come? Nothing will come. If there is no moon, will the fruits come? Fruits will not grow if there is no moon, because the taste in the fruit is because of moonlight. Actually, when the fruits are exposed to the moonlight, the fruits become very tasty. The fruits which are grown in the laboratory, they have no taste. Nowadays, the fruits we get from the superstore, no taste. But if you get the fruits from the farm, it has a taste. What is the difference? The artificial farming. More we do greenhouse farming, we don't get the moonlight. Like that. So Lord Krishna is saying all these Devi Devatas who are giving you these bare necessities, they are coming from me. Krishna is the source of everything. Right? All the Devi Devatas, even all the sages, all the supreme divine personalities, everybody coming from Krishna. Lord Krishna, then in 10th chapter, there is a shloka number 8, 9, 10, and 11. These are called Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, which means that the Chatush means four, Shloka means the verses, Bhagavad Gita. So means this next four verses summarizes the entire Bhagavad Gita. So if you know these four verses, which are the four verses? 10.8, 10.9, 10.10 and 10.11. These four verses are summary of entire Bhagavad Gita. So if you understand these four verses, which is equal to understanding the entire Bhagavad Gita. Would you like to know about them? Yes? Okay. So 10.8 is a verse explains about the opulence of Krishna. 10.9 explains about the behavior of a devotee of Krishna, that how a devotee behaves. And 10.10 and 10.11, how Krishna reciprocates to his devotees. So one is about Krishna, one is about the devotee of Krishna, and then the last two verses are about reciprocation between Krishna and his devotees. And this is all about bhakti. To know God, to know the qualification of a devotee, and to know the exchange between God and devotee. That is the only two subject matters here. One is Krishna, devotee, and relationship. That's called Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. So like that. So when I want to establish relation with, say, Isaac, what do I have to do? I have to know Isaac, right? Then Isaac has to know me. And then when you know each other, what happens next? I give service, he gives me service. We help each other. That's how the relationship develops. Is that right or wrong? Any relationship is based on this principle. Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojan. So Prayojan means the ultimate purpose. What is the ultimate purpose of we all gathering here? What is the ultimate purpose? We love each other. Love is the ultimate purpose of human life. There's nothing else. I don't want money from you. I don't want you to become my follower. I don't want anything from you. What is there common between us? There is love towards each other and love Krishna ultimately. otherwise we have nothing common. You have your own business, I have my own business, I might own my work, doesn't matter. But ultimately we are here to love each other. Why? Because we love Krishna. So that is the ultimate. And then in that process, we know each other, we serve each other, we serve Krishna. Right? So in bhakti also is the same. Sambandha, abhideya and prayojan. Sambandha means we know about Krishna, we serve Krishna and love Krishna. And in the same reciprocation, Krishna will also do the same thing with us. He will also love us and he will also provide us whatever the necessities, right? So 10.8, where Lord Krishna, we know about whom? Krishna. So here is the shloka. Would you like to repeat after me? Okay, let's do it. You can repeat after me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mataha sarvam pravartate. Bhajante mam iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitah buddha bhava samanvitah. So let's do one line at a time. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. So here is the English translation. Would you like to read for us? What is your name? Chanchal. Can you please read English for benefit of all of us?
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts.
Ah, very nice. Thank you so much. So Lord Krishna is saying that Aham Sarvasya. Aham means I, Sarvasya means everything, all. Prabhava means the source. So Lord Krishna is saying I am the source of everything. What is everything means? Living and non-living. Ah, living or non-living. Everything is coming from Krishna. Mata sarvam pravartate. And everything is coming from me and I am the source of everything. So there is nothing which comes from nothing. Everything comes from Krishna. Everything comes from Krishna. The wise who knows this, iti matva bhajante. Bhajante means bhakti. One who knows that Krishna is the source of everything, he will worship Krishna and he will provide service to Krishna with all their hearts. You know, like for example, do you all love your parents? Do you love your father and mother? How about you? How about you? How about you? Why do we love our parents? Because we know everything about the parents, what they did for us. What did my mother do for me when I was young? What did my father do for me to send me to school? How much sacrifice they have made. So, when knowing our parents, how much love and sacrifice they have done for us, what do? We love them. And then, if they need anything, we are here for them. Right? That is what we are here. Similarly, we love our children because we can do anything and everything for them. Similarly, once we know that what Krishna is providing us, then our true love and devotion to Krishna will increase. Hmm. And we know that even the parents which we have are supplied to us by Krishna. Whatever the facilities we have is supplied to us by Krishna. Everything. Suppose you don't get a water for next 10 days. Would you survive? You will be dead. So, who is supplying us the water? It's Krishna. Without any charge. Huh? The city might be charging us a water tax. But Krishna doesn't charge water tax. Air, if there is no air, would you survive? Krishna doesn't charge any air tax. So imagine somebody who's giving you all the things free. Why won't you love him? Once you understand that Krishna is the source, I am the source of everything, Krishna is saying, spiritual and material. If this body is to given us by Krishna, now there's one eye. If you lose eye, imagine the value of the eye. Can you make an eye in the laboratory? Even you give $1 million, nobody will give you eye. Can you give me your both eyes? I give you 1 million. No, I can't give. Why? 5 million? Yes, let's do the deal. You will realize the value of the eyes when you will lost. So some things you cannot buy in the market, which is given to us by free of cost. By whom? Krishna. Krishna says, I am the source. Everything is coming from me. So why won't you love someone who is giving you unconditionally everything? Once you love, understand this, then your love for Krishna will increase multiple folds. Then what will happen? Once you understand this, that Krishna is the source, Krishna is giving you everything, then Manchitamatagata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyantincha ramanticha. Once you understand this, then the thoughts of my pure devotee will dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service. They derive great satisfaction and bliss from always talking to one another about me. So once you know that Krishna is the source of everything, then you will always think about Krishna when you take something, right? When you see somebody, when you eat something, you will offer it to Krishna. And then our whole life will be devoted to service of Krishna. And once you start serving Krishna, then your bliss and satisfaction in your life will go up and up. And we'll always try to explain others also about Krishna. We will always think that, okay, Krishna is the one who is giving us everything. So then while you are doing this, then what will happen? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So once you know about Krishna, 10.8, then 10.9, you think about Krishna, you talk to others about Krishna, then 10.10, then you constantly dovetail your service to Krishna, and Krishna will reciprocate by giving you understanding. He will give you the intelligence. You know, sometimes there is a voice coming from your heart. That heart voice is Krishna. But we don't listen to the voice from the heart because we don't trust the voice inside. But once we have established connection with Krishna, then Lord Krishna is saying, Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Krishna will give us the intelligence. Because he is the source of our intelligence. So Krishna will give us the intelligence by which we can worship Krishna. So Krishna will give us the intelligence so that we find a guru. Sometimes some people ask, how can I get a guru? So Krishna will say, okay, once you are sincere, then the guru will come in front of you. Otherwise, you will never be able to get a guru. So Krishna will give you a guru, and guru will give you Krishna. This is the interchangeable thing. But you have to have Tesham Satata Yuktanam, constantly devote your service to Krishna. And then the next one, last verse of this Chatushloki Bhagavatam, Krishna further says that Tesham evan kampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashyami atma bhavasto gnanadipena bhashvata. To those they show them special mercy, I dwell in their heart. Destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So then Krishna will reciprocate by giving you intelligence, by removing ignorance from your heart. So in our heart there is a lot of lust, a lot of greed, a lot of anger, a lot of madness, a lot of ego, a lot of illusion. We have everything in our heart. But as we start worshipping Krishna, our ego will go zero. We will not have lust, we will not have anger, we will not have any illusion. Why? Because we understand that everything is coming from Krishna. So everybody of us, either the male or a female, doesn't matter. Male and female is a body. Female is a body, male is a body, it doesn't matter. A dog is a body, human is a body. What is the use of a body? It will decompose after a few years. Nobody will care for this body. You understand? We might be looking very beautiful now, but after a few years, this body has zero value. Zero. You might be looking handsome and smart and very healthy, but just wait for a few more years and see what happens to your body. It will crumble like scaffolding. Really. See the old people around you. Ever visited old age home here in Thunder Bay? Just visit one day. You'll realize the value of the life. The old people can't move out of the bed. Their mind is dementiated, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. What do you do then? Nothing. So this body has zero value unless and until used for service of Krishna. So Krishna will give you intelligence. All the love and ego for this body will disappear immediately. Most of us love each other just because we have a beautiful body or beautiful form, or so we love respect others because we have a lot of money or something like that. But everything is temporary. Hare Krishna, welcome. So Krishna will give you intelligence to understand each other in a true sense. Our love is temporary if it is based on the external platforms. Our service is temporary if it is based on external platforms. So Krishna will give special mercy. Then the blind will also be able to see. A person without the legs also can come climb a mountain. Pangu langayate giri. Because Krishna is there. In this picture you can see there is a blind man sitting there. His name was Surdas. Surdas was blind. One day he was walking through the forest, and there was a he was a great devotee of Lord, but he was blind. And Krishna always looks after his devotees. So one day when this devotee blind was walking through the forest, there was a big ditch, and he was about to fall. So Krishna was very careful. He came as a little boy, and he held the hands of this devotee. And a little boy holding the hands of Surdas says, Babaji, come from this side. And then he takes him aside from the. And this Babaji understands that this boy is not an ordinary. So he tries to hold him, but this little boy escaped. So Babaji says, I know who you are. You may escape from my hand, but you can't escape from my heart. I will always love you, Krishna. And then Krishna always protected his devotees, right? It's another example of Srila Prabhupada. Here is the picture, the great devotee of Lord. Srila Prabhupada ji came to America single-handedly. Single-handedly, old man, like our Prabhuji. Old man coming to America knowing no one, not even a single person. Krishna chants and see the magic happening in your life. As life magic happened in the life of Srila Prabhupada, there are many, many examples in the past, in the present, that Krishna has changed the life of many people. Some people say, oh, I don't see Krishna, so how do I believe Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? Then how do I believe it? Well, you don't see the air. Do you believe in the air? Yes or no? Yeah, you have to believe in the air. If you don't believe in the air, what will happen? You will die. Right? Can you see the radiations here? Like the cell phone radiation. Somebody calls me, I can get a call. So some radiations are here. Wi-Fi, is Wi-Fi here in this hall? Is there Wi-Fi here? Why? You can't see Wi-Fi. But you can see the result of Wi-Fi. Your cell phone will be connected with Wi-Fi, right? So how do you feel that Wi-Fi is there? Because you have an instrument to connect. Is that right? Similarly, Krishna is there around you. You need an instrument. Who is the instrument? Which is that instrument which connects you to Krishna? You need a guru. Cat has a guru here? No cat, no dog. Huh? Lion in the jungle has a guru? No. Who has a guru? Only humans can have a guru. Right? So without guru, life is just like a animal's life. You understand? Why do we need guru? Because Because you want to get connected with Krishna, right? So if we are sincere enough, then Krishna will send us the help. Uh, And that help will come in the form of a Guru. Guru will tell you that this is the way to bhakti, this is way to understand Krishna. Then Lord Krishna then Arjuna, after hearing this, is saying, Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam. Arjuna is saying, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest and absolute truth. Arjuna has accepted Krishna as the Supreme Absolute Truth. He's saying, Asito Devalo Vyasam Swayam Cheva Bravishime. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa confirm this truth about you that you are the Supreme God. And now you yourself are telling me that you are the Supreme God. So Arjuna had heard from other great personalities like Narada Muni. Narada Muni is great devotee of Lord, and Narada Muni always tells Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Vyasadev tells Krishna is the Supreme God. Then Asita Rishi, Devala Rishi, all the great personalities, they say that Krishna is the Supreme. But he is saying, all they were saying, but now you yourself are saying, so I confirm it now. Huh? So, some people may say that Krishna was accepted as Supreme Lord by Arjuna because Arjuna was friend of Krishna. Or Arjuna was he was a family member, he was cousin. But he's saying, no, not only that, but all other sages also confirm this, that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, further, he is saying that, O Janardana, again, please describe in detail your mystic opulence. I am never satisfied in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. Shudavanto nasti me amritam. So Arjuna is saying that Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I know that. But can you please tell me more about your opulence? How you are supreme? Because more I hear about you, I feel happiness. So Lord Krishna is saying, Shri Bhagavan Vacha Divya hi Atma Vibhutaya. So Krishna is saying, now I'm going to tell you about my splendorous manifestations. But not everything, only prominent manifestations. Pradhanasyata, Pradhanyatyah, which means prominent manifestations. So Krishna says that I have unlimited opulences, but now I'm going to describe some of the prominent opulences to you because my opulences are unlimited. Krishna has unlimited Aishwarya opulence. You just even cannot count them. But Krishna is saying, I'm going to tell you something about myself. So he's saying, Aham Atma Guda Kesha Sarva Bhutasya Stitaha Aham Adishcha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Antaiva Cha. Krishna is saying, I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living beings. I am the beginning, I am the middle and end of everything. So he's saying, Aham Adishcha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Antaiva Cha. So everything is coming from Krishna. He is there within the heart of everybody of us. So Sarva Bhutasya Sthitaha, which means that Krishna is there even in the heart or in the life, in the body of insect, bird, reptiles, trees. Everywhere Krishna is there. He's saying further, Aditya Nam Aham Vishnu Jyotisha Nam Ravir Amshunam Marichar Marutam Ashmi Nakshatram Aham Sashi. He's saying, of the Adityas I am Vishnu. So there are 12 Adityas. And there is Krishna is the principal Adityas. Then he says, of the light I am the sun. Jyoti Shinam Ravir. Ravi means sun. So of the lights, the most prominent light is sunlight. There's nothing as bright as sun. So Krishna says, that sun represents my light. Of the Marutas, I am the Marichi. And among the stars, I am the moon. So Marutas are the great devotees of Lord. And then prominent is the Marichi. Then he says, Of all the Rudras, I am the Lord Shiva. So there are 11 Rudras. And the prominent Rudra is the Shiva. So Rudra Nam Shankara Chashmi. And then of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of the wealth, Kuvera. Kuvera is the uh, chief of the wealth of all the Devi Devtas. Of the Vasus, I am the fire, and of the mountains, I am the Mount Meru. Meru Shikarinam Aham. So Mount Meru is the topmost mountain, and that mountain is representation of Krishna. Then it says, of the priest, O Arjuna, know me to be the chief Brahaspati. Of the generals, I am the Kartikeya, and of the body of water, I am the ocean. Then further, Lord Krishna is saying, of the great sages, I am Bhrugu. Of the vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Om is the main vibration. Om. That's the first vibration ever created on the planet. Krishna is saying that Om represents me. The fonts are not nicely represented here. These are Sanskrit fonts, but somehow there is a typing problem. Of the sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name. There are various types of sacrifices, yagnas. So some people do fire yagna, some people do dravya yagna. Dravya yagna means give the charity, donation. Some people do swadhyaya yagna, they are to study. Some people do gnana yagna, they give the charity of knowledge. Giving somebody knowledge is also a sacrifice, yagna. But what is the best yagna? So he says the chanting of the holy name. This is called Sankirtan Yagna. There are various types of yagna, but the best yagna ever you can do is chanting the mantra. So there is a mantra here in front of you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Would you all do together? Huh? You see there on the board written? Can you all read? Let's read together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So of all the sacrifice, Lord Krishna is saying that I am the chanting of the holy name. So if you cannot give the donation to anyone, if you do not have money, you say I have no knowledge, I have no time, I have nothing to give to someone. So what can you do? Just chant for the benefit of all. Whenever you get a time, okay, let's do a prayer for the peace of entire world. Can we do that? Is it expensive? Is it time consuming? No, just chant one mantra here, 8 seconds. And you say this mantra is dedicated for the well-being of everybody on the universe. Can you do that? Is it simple? Let's do it one more time for the benefit of everybody around us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when we are doing this prayer, what do? We say, may everyone be happy. May everyone be satisfied. May everyone be peaceful. Right? This mantra represents that. So when we do this mantra, we are actually saying that Krishna, Rama, please protect everyone around us. Isn't that a beautiful prayer? Huh? And it's very simple. It's a combination of Krishna, Rama, and Hare. Combination repeated for 16 number of times. So this mantra is mentioned in a Upanishad which is called Kalisantra Upanishad, where it is said that for Kali Yuga, this is the mantra. So there are different yugas like Sati Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. So this present age is called Kali Yuga. This age is of hypocrisy, quarrel, fighting. Hare Krishna. Welcome. Please have a seat. We are reading Bhagavad Gita, so you can join us. Thank you. So this age is called Kali Yuga. Here people cheat others. People they quarrel with each other. There's lots of fighting going on. So in this age, the best sacrifice is chanting this mantra, Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Krishna is explaining to Arjuna that, hey Arjuna, if you chant this mantra, this is equal to as good as reciting all the shlokas of all the Vedas. So in this way, Lord Krishna is revealing his opulence to Arjuna. Then Lord Krishna is saying, of all the trees, I am the banyan tree, and of all the sages among the demigods, I am the Naradas. Of all the Gandharvas, I am the Chitrarat, and among all perfected beings, I am the Kapila. Actually, banyan tree is the. Have you ever seen banyan tree? No?
No.
You have to go to India to see a banyan tree. There's one in here in Thunder Bay. There is none probably. There's one here. No. I was.
They have one in the conservatory.
Yeah, banyan tree. Okay, I was in India and I went to this place, Prayag. In Prayag, there is a tree which is 5,000-year-old tree, banyan tree, 5,000-year-old banyan tree. You can touch the tree. And then if you go to Vrindavan, there's another banyan tree, 5,000-year-old, from which Lord Krishna jumped into Yamuna. If you go to India, you will see the trees, thousands of year old trees. You don't get them. So banyan tree is it has the roots going down, but those roots come from the top. So have you seen the banyan tree which has like the roots coming from the branches and going down into the? देखा है कभी आपने? Have you ever seen those trees? They have so many roots holding the tree that it will never fall down. It will never fall down. आपने देखा है, you might have seen so many trees. So banyan tree we worship in India. People का पेड़ कहते हैं. People worship it, banyan tree in India, right?
Yes.
Like we people tie the thread around the banyan tree. They put, if you have any wish, you take a red thread and tie around the banyan tree and then have a wish and then wish may come true. Actually that happens. Because banyan tree, Krishna is saying, is the representation of Krishna. Nobody will ever cut down a banyan tree. Never ever. And you don't find that in America. You will find it in India only. So Krishna is saying, I am the banyan tree. Of all the trees, I am the banyan tree. I know when I was young, my grandmother every day used to go to worship banyan tree in the morning. She used to have a water with her, and then she used to take me with. I was very young, maybe 6, 7 years old, but I used to go with her. It's tradition. They worship banyan tree very commonly. Then among the demigods, among the sages, I am the Narada. So, sorry, and of the sages, and of the sages among the demigods, I am the Narada. So Narada Muni is the greatest devotee. He travels all over the universe and he is worshipping always Lord Krishna. Of the Gandharvas, he is Chitraratha. Gandharvas are the celestial personalities. They are very good singers actually, and they look very beautiful. Whatever the most beautiful person on the planet, they are like servants of Gandharvas. Because Gandharvas are a million times beautiful than the most beautiful person on the planet. They are so beautiful. And if you hear the Gandharva music, there's a Gandharva festival, Gandharva music festival in India. So there all the singers come and they sing very nicely. And among the perfect being, I am the Kapila. Kapila is the son of a great devotee called Vibhuti, and he is actually incarnation of Lord himself. Then he says, of the horses know me to be Uchchashrava. Uchchashrava is the horse which was produced during the Sagar Manthan, Samudra Manthan Leela of Lord, produced during the churning of ocean. Of lordly elephants, I am the Airavat. Airavat was also produced during the Samudra Manthan. If you ever go to Bangkok airport, Bangkok, everybody knows Bangkok? Huh? Bangkok airport. If you ever go, as soon as you enter the airport, there is a big monument. And what is that monument about? It's about Samudra Manthan Leela. It's a huge monument. It's about Devta and Danavas doing the Samudra. What is the name of the Bangkok airport now? Anybody knows? It's called Suvarna Bhumi Airport. What is it called? It's not part of India. What is the name of the airport? There are streets in the Bangkok which are named as Ayodhya Street. What is the name of the street? Not only Ayodhya, Ayodhya 1, Ayodhya 2, Ayodhya 3, Ayodhya 4, like that in Bangkok. There is a street called as Rama 1, Rama 2 streets. Why? Because they were part of Bharatvarsha. If you go to Bali, Bali is in which place? Indonesia. Indonesia is a Muslim country. But if you go to Bali, then they have Ramayan being taught in their schools. They have Ram Leela in the Bali every day. The names of the shops are Rama and Krishna. They are not part of India. But where is the largest temple, Hindu temple, largest Vishnu temple in the world? It's in Cambodia. Cambodia is not part of India. It's the largest Vishnu temple in the world. You see? So Bharatvarsha was very big. What we know Bharat now, India very small. In that time, everything was Bharatvarsha. So the Samudra Manthan, it reminded me that when you go to Bangkok airport, you will see the Samudra Manthan Leela. And from Samudra Manthan, there were 14 jewels which came out of the churning of the ocean. It's a beautiful pastime of Lord Krishna. And their horse, whose name is Uchashrava, and Airavat was produced, okay, and the elephant. Then he says, of the weapons of the thunderbolt, of the weapons I am the thunderbolt. Indra has a weapon which is called thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is, what is it called? Vajra. Vajra, right? Among the cows I am the Surabhi cow. Of the causes for procreation I am Kandarpa, and the god of love, and the sun, and of the serpents I am the Vasuki snake. So here are some prominent. Thunderbolt is a very powerful weapon. Thunderbolt, it's like it generates the light like a thunder light, but it can kill anybody. And then there is a Surabhi cow. This cow is a divine cow. We don't have that Surabhi cow on the earthly planet. But this cow is a wish fulfilling cow, which means that if you want anything, the cow can give you. If you say, I want samosas, the cow can give you samosas. If you want pizza, cow can give you pizza. If you want gulab jamun, cow can. This is this wish fulfilling cow, whatever you want. Of the causes for procreation, I am the Kandarpa, the god of love. Kandarpa is the in charge of the attraction between two genders is because of this power called as Kama. When a boy and a girl or everybody attracted towards each other, that attraction is called Kama. That power is coming from a personality whose name is Kandarpa. That personality is generating this karma among all of us. So we all have karma because we get attracted to so many people nowadays. But Krishna is saying that that Kandarpa is my servant. He is the one who is serving me. One time Lord Shivji was attacked by the Kama Devta, which is Kandarpa Devta. And then Shivji is very powerful. So Shivji opened the third eye and the Kama was burned to ashes. Kama. Because Shivji is not affected by Kama. You cannot attract. But ordinary persons are attracted by other gender very easily. Because we are attacked by Kama. Kama is always there. So we have to be very careful. Otherwise the Kama can attack anybody. And he's saying, Lord Krishna is saying, of many hooded Nagas, I am Ananta Naga. Ananta Naga means Lord Krishna or Vishnu is lying on a snake called Ananta Shesha. Ananta means innumerable. So this Ananta Shesha Naga has innumerable hoods. And this Ananta Shesha is serving Krishna. In this picture you can see here Lord Krishna is being surrounded by Ananta Sesha. Among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varuna. So as I said, the Varuna Devata is the in charge of the wind, as well as he is also in charge of ocean. Okay. Of the departed ancestors, I am the Aryama. So when our ancestors, our great great grandfathers or grandparents, they depart from this world, some of them go to the Loka called as Aryama Loka, and that Loka is in charge. That is why in India there is a ceremony called Shraddha ceremony. Have you heard about Shraddha ceremony? Huh? Every year, have you heard about Shraddha? No? No? So every year there is a month in a whole year which is called Pitru Paksha. In Pitru Paksha, we offer homage to our ancestors, like say our father, mother, great grandfather, like that. We pay respects. How do we pay respects? So we pay respects by making some sweet dish like kheer. We make some people create different sweet items, and then we offer it to Krishna as a bhoga. Then make a prasad, and then give prasad to either other friends, family members, or give it to birds. Like that, or animals, cows. We can give it to prasad to anybody. Usually people also offer it to crows. There is one thing. Crow is a crow is a vehicle of this Aryama Devata. Aryama Devata has a pet vehicle, pet animal. That is crow. So and the Aryama is in charge of the Pitru Devata, Pitru Loka. So that is the name here. Of the departed ancestors, I am Aryama. And among the dispensers of law, I am a Yama, the law of death, the Lord of death. So the in charge of this death cycle is by Yamadevta, Yama. Yamadutas. Yamadutas are the messengers of Yamaraj. Uh, So when you die, when I die, or you, anybody of us will die, then our soul is carried by Yam Devta or Yamaduta or Vishnu Duta. These are the two Dutas who can come. Yamadutas are the messengers of Yama, and Vishnu Dutas are the messengers of Vishnu. So when you are dying, and by if you chanting the name of Krishna, you're saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then Vishnu Dutas will come, and they will take your soul to Vishnu Loka. But when you are dying and you are remembering money, you are remembering wife or children, or you are remembering all your property, then who will come? Yamaduta will come. Okay, please come. Why? Because you are engaged in the material thoughts, so you will need another body. Whatever you think at the time of death, death is just like an examination. You pass the examination if you remember at the time of exam. So if you pass this life, if you remember Krishna at the time of death, but at the time of death, most of the people they don't remember anything. They are like unconscious. So then Yamaduta come and take away. Another thing is that if you're putting a tilak, if you have a tulsi mala around you, or if you are surrounded by the devotees and they are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, then Yamaduta cannot touch you actually. Because sometimes you may be unconscious at the time of death, because we might have some disease and we are unconscious. But we have these symbols like that, like you have a tulsi mala or you have a tilak and you have surrounded by the devotees who are chanting Krishna name. Then Yamaduta says, oh, this person look like a holy man, I should not touch him. Then Krishna will come. Krishna will send Vishnu Dutas. So that is why we need to wear tulsi mala. We have to have a tilak. We have to be surrounded by devotees. We have to have in a house, we must have a tulsi plant. Every house should have a tulsi plant. Why? Because wherever there is tulsi plant, then Krishna comes and stays there. Then Yamaduta can never come. But then to wear tulsi mala, what is the condition? No meat eating. You wear the tulsi and you eat meat, then you will be punished double. Because it's sinful. No meat eating, no fish, no eggs. These are the requirements for tulsi mala, right? So here Krishna is saying, I am the dispenser of the law. Yamraj is my representative. Then he says, among the Daityas, I am the devoted Prahlad. Prahladachasmi Daityana. Prahlad is a great devotee of Lord. Prahlad was a son of a demon whose name was Hiranyakashipu. So even he was born in a family of Daityas. Daityas means the demoniac class. But this Prahlad little boy was dedicated for Lord Krishna or Vishnu's service. So wherever he went, he always used to chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So then he used to teach. Here in the picture you can see little boy Prahlad. Oh, what happened? Little boy Prahlad telling his friends about Krishna. So Prahlad was always protected by Krishna because he was always remembering Krishna. Satatam kirtayantamam. Among the subduers, I am the time. Lord Krishna is saying, Kala kalayantamaham. Kala. Time is Krishna. So those who waste their time, what happens? If you say that, okay, I am, some people say, ask me, kya kar rahe ho? What are you doing? Time pass. What is time pass? Time pass means they're doing nothing, just wasting their time. If you waste your time, the time will waste you. If you destroy the time will destroy you one day. Time is more powerful than anything else. Some people say time is money, but I say time is more than money. Why? Because you can earn the money, but you cannot bring the time back. Can you bring like your childhood back? Can you become 10 years old? Impossible. Gone. Time is gone. Once is gone, is gone. So Krishna says, I am the time. So which means that if we respect Krishna, then we respect the time also. So what does respecting a time means? Respecting a time means that not to waste a single second of our life without remembering Krishna. Always remember Krishna. So whatever we are doing, we have to think that, okay, this I am doing it for service of Krishna. Because 1 second lost is lost in the service of Krishna. So Krishna is saying, among the subduers I am the time. So subduer means one which destroys everything. As we go, like today, then tomorrow, then today is gone. So today is gone means one day of our life is finished. We are one day closer to death actually. Is that right or wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
We say happy birthday. What does happy birthday means? Happy. You are 1 year closer to death actually. That's how it is, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
We are all in the queue, we are all in the line. One day time will come and you know in India there is a celebration. The Muslim people have this celebration they call Eid, and it's called Bakri Eid. Have you heard about that? On the Bakri Eid they will sacrifice a goat. They will kill the goat. So when they kill the goat, like the goat bleeding and all, instantaneous death of a goat. But what happens is that the goat which is being killed, behind that goat there are hundreds of goats. And all the goats are eating grass because they feed the goat before killing. But the goat which is being killed, and just behind there's another goat which is eating grass. Please come. Uh, that goat doesn't know that next is her number, and next is she in the line to be killed. So she is happily eating grass. But suppose somebody tells that goat, "Oh, you are going to get killed next." What happens then? That goat might want to run, right? Escape from that. But that goat has no idea. She's just busy in eating grass. And then what happens? The next knife comes and kills the goat. And then the third one is also enjoying the grass. So we are all like goats, enjoying the material world, but you never know when the knife is going to come and kill us. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada that why should one do bhakti in a young age? We all are young, right? 25, 30. So why should you do bhakti in a young age? So Prabhupada asked the reporter that what is the definition of old age? So the reporter said that old is the one who is closer to death. So So he said, no, so what is the guarantee that you will not die tomorrow? Everybody of us is closer to death. So aren't we all old? Yes or no? So there is no time for bhakti. There is no age for bhakti actually. Bhakti should be done at a younger age. Why? Because in the old age, the eyes can't see, the ears can't hear, the mind doesn't work. If you try to read Bhagavad Gita when you are 75-year-old, you won't read anything. Is that right? When you are 75, your brain is half gone. Your brain, neurons, brain neuron, they decrease every day. They die. Neurons degenerate and they don't come back. Our brain is degenerating every day. So then when you're 75 or 80, your brain is half dead. Your eyes doesn't work, then how can you read Bhagavad Gita? You can't read Bhagavad Gita. So what is the ideal age to read Bhagavad Gita? When should you read Bhagavad Gita? When you are now you are healthy, you have good eyes, you have good brain, you have good intelligence. You have time also. Right? Old age there is no time because half the time goes to doctor, hospital, this, that. Ask our Prabhuji. Nurses come and look after his health, and he's a lot of time in the hospital actually. But still, Prabhuji comes every day morning 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock here. He doesn't have a car. He is old, he has a leg problem, he's retired, he doesn't have much money. But in at least 2, 3 times a week, he's here in the morning 7 o'clock. So he gets up 5 o'clock, he gets ready, takes a bus, maybe changing 2 buses. In the winter also, not that he doesn't come in the winter. He comes in the winter, there is a snow, -20, he is here. Why is that? Because he has been doing this since he was young. When he joined he joined 50 years back, Srila Prabhupada movement. So he still has a test. So if you do at a young age, then you can maintain it in old age. But in old age, there is no way to start. So this is the time we all should start serving Krishna. And then Krishna says, among the birds, I am the Garuda. Garuda is the giant eagle. Eagle is very tiny. Garuda is a giant eagle. Garuda is the vehicle of Lord Vishnu. Wherever Lord Vishnu has to travel, he slides on Garuda. So Garuda is the king of all the birds. So in this way, Lord Krishna is explaining his opulence to Arjuna. He says, of all the creations, I am the beginning and the end and also middle. O Arjuna, of all the sacrifice, I am the spiritual science of self. And among all the logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Aham evakshaha kalo. Lord Krishna says, I am the time. Again, he is mentioning that again because the time is the principle of everything. In the life, if you can manage your time, you can manage everything. Time management seminars are there. People are telling you about the time, but all those are artificial. If you only understand one thing, and what is that? Time is Krishna. Time is God. God is everything. Then you can start valuing your time. Most of the time, our time is consumed by this stupid thing. What is that called? Half of the time people are on the WhatsApp, Facebook, and watching the videos, and but that is killing your time because now you might have time, but when you need time, time will not be there with you. So please value your time because time is Krishna, Krishna's energy. We should not waste so many things in our life. Time is one thing, another is money, water, electricity. All these things are energies of Krishna. We should not waste it, right? Krishna further says, I am the devouring death and I am the generating principle of all that yet to be. Among the women, I am the fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. So here in this shloka, this is 10.34, Lord Krishna lists some opulence of women, ladies. Ladies have these opulences. They have fame, fortune, they have fine speech. Women are very intelligent actually, much more than man actually. That is true. Memory, they have a good memory. If you tell my wife will remember what happened 20 years ago when I have a conflict with my wife, she will tell me, "Oh, you did this with me so many years back." I say, "Oh my God, she remembers everything." I'm in trouble now because they have a sharp memory. A woman can know everything. Steadfastness, patience. Actually, women can understand what is there in your mind. Sometimes we don't know, but this is Krishna's energy actually. Krishna has given this super intelligence to women. All the ladies, Matajis, they have this fine power to exactly know what's happening in this person's mind actually. As soon as you look at some woman, the woman exactly understands what is in this person's mind. You don't have to tell them anything because they have this divine energy within us. So within them. So and then Krishna says, "I am the devouring death." So if you do not give something to Krishna, then Krishna will take away everything from you in the form of death. Some people accumulate money. बहुत पैसा, lots of millions of dollars in the bank, and they will never use this money for good cause. They accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. So then if you don't give, what will happen? The death will come and take away everything from you, because money will not come with you. So while we are living, if we use it for service of Krishna, then Krishna is there with us. But if you do not, then Krishna will say, "Okay, if you don't give, then I will take away everything," right? So there's no point in accumulating. Yes, we should have something for ourselves in the emergency, but whatever we are earning, we should donate at least 10% for Krishna service, which means that if you're making $10, we donate at least $1 to Krishna. Make sure we do it. Some people, I mean, everybody can give $1. Is it something impossible? We can give $1 to a good cause, maybe Krishna service, maybe a hospital, maybe a school, maybe a temple, maybe you can we can buy the grocery, make some prasad, offer it to Krishna, and distribute to whomsoever, your friends, family members, whosoever. But we must start giving up. More we hold, more we are in trouble. So Lord Krishna is saying, further Lord Krishna says, Mrityu sarvasya haraschaham. I am all devouring death. So instead of Krishna snatching away from us, what do? If you don't pay income tax, then what will happen? The tax authority will come and grab money from you. Is that right? And then the penalty is what? 300%. How much? So you better pay a little tax, right? So similarly, give little to Krishna, Krishna will give everything to you. Lord Krishna further says, of the hymns in Samaveda, I am the Brihat Sam, and of the poetry, I am the Gayatri. Anybody has heard the Gayatri mantra? Om Bhurбhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. This is one Gayatri, but there are many different Gayatri mantras. There is a Brahma Gayatri, there is Guru Gayatri, there is a Gauranga Gayatri. There are different Gayatri mantras. So Lord Krishna is saying that of the poetries, he is the Gayatri. Of the months, I am the Makshar month. Makshar is the November, December month. And of the seasons, I am the spring season. Spring is a very beautiful season, especially in India. And then he says, of the descendant of Vrishni, I am Vasudev. Of the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasa. And among the great thinkers, I am Ushna. So here Krishna is telling that these are prominent personalities, prominent manifestations of Krishna, right? So if you want to know about Krishna, then Krishna is unlimited. But here are some of the manifestations of Krishna. So in this way, next few shlokas, Lord Krishna is explaining his. He says that I am the generating seed of all existence. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that exists without. So Krishna is saying everything is coming from him. O mighty conqueror of armies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but mere indication of my infinite opulences. Know that all opulent, beautiful, glorious creation springs from but a spark of my splendor. But Lord Krishna is saying, but what is the need there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire opulence. So here Lord Krishna is saying that my opulences are unlimited, but why do you need to go in detail? Just know that I am the supreme of everything, rather than remembering all those shlokas. If you just know that Krishna is the source of everything, that is the summary of everything what we have learned. So this finishes the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And just to summarize, we'll have a little quiz. Okay? Would you all willing to be part of the quiz? Yes, no? You can use multiple choice answers. So who is the source of all the demigods and great sages? Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, or all of this? Oh, everybody unanimously voted for Lord Krishna. That is correct answer. Okay. What is the effect of knowing all the opulence of Krishna? We learned about all the opulences of Krishna. Why? One gains knowledge about Krishna. One becomes fixed in devotional service to Krishna. One becomes very mystic, very powerful, or none of this. Why should we know all the opulences of Krishna? A, B, C, D. He's saying A and B. B. Natasha? A and B. Isaac? Don't copy and paste. B. B. Vishnu? Your name, Prabhuji? You want A, B, C, all the three? How about you? You don't know anything? Okay. That's a good answer. Okay, so the correct answer is the B. B is the correct answer. Why? Because the ultimate purpose of knowledge is service. Like say I'm a doctor, I went to medical school, but if I don't serve the patients, then what is use of my knowledge? My knowledge is zero because I can't help patients, right? So ultimate purpose of this Bhagavad Gita is to serve Krishna, right? So if you don't serve Krishna after reading Bhagavad Gita, then it is as good as not knowing Bhagavad Gita. So what is the effect of knowing the opulence? Become fixed in service to Krishna. So B is the correct answer. Okay, next one. How does Krishna reciprocate to one who is engaged in Krishna's service? What is the exchange offer? By giving him instructions from within to come to him without difficulty, by giving him a chance to progress and ultimately attain him, both A and B, or none of this. Both A and B. Yes, Vishnu? Both A and B. B. Prabhuji saying B. Prabhuji? You don't know anything about you? How does Krishna reciprocate to one who is engaged? So Bhagavan Krishna, once you are engaged in service of Krishna, basically you come here to the temple, you bow down to Krishna, you chant the mantra Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Then you read Bhagavad Gita, then you cook something and offer to Krishna. So how Krishna will reciprocate? Then Krishna will give you instruction from your heart. Krishna is there in your heart as Paramatma. Bhagavan hamare andar hai. Lord is within us. So he will give you the instructions. And then he will send you a guru. Did we talk about that? Once you are serious, then Krishna will send you a guru. And by giving him a chance to progress and ultimately attain him. So the correct answer is C, A and B both. Then what made Arjuna to conclude that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, the supreme origin and the cause of all causes? A. All the Vedic literature confirm that Krishna is supreme Lord. B. Great sages proclaim that Krishna is the supreme. C. Krishna himself declared that he is the supreme. And D. All of this. That's correct answer. D is correct answer because all the Vedas says, Upanishads say Krishna is supreme. All the devotees also say Madhvacharya, Nimbacharya, Vishnu Swami, Mirabai, Narsi Mehta, Tukaram, Gnaneshwar, then Vishnu Swami, Shankaracharya. What else? Asita, Devala, Vyasa. All the sages are saying Krishna is supreme. But now Krishna himself is saying Krishna, I am the supreme. And that is correct. So, which process is the recommended for understanding Bhagavad Gita? A. Academic education. B. Acceptance of disciplic succession. C. Academic education taught through the great scholars. None of this. Huh? Okay, maybe B choice, I will remodify the wording, accepting a bona fide guru. B, right? To read, to understand Bhagavad Gita, to understand Krishna, you need a guru. You don't need a scholarship, you don't need a PhD, you don't need a doctorate degree, you just need a guide who can help you, right? And then the last question, why Arjuna asked Krishna for explanation of Krishna's all-pervading nature? Because Arjuna had some doubts in his mind, so that in the future people will understand Krishna, because he wanted to satisfy Guru, none of this. We didn't talk about this, but this is something to understand here, that Arjuna asked this question, that Krishna, can you please tell me more about yourself? And why Arjuna asked this question to Krishna? Because he just didn't want everybody to feel that, okay, Arjuna was friend of Krishna, so he accepted him. He wanted to understand so that we all can understand. So this Bhagavad Gita, even though is asked by Arjuna, spoken by Krishna, but it was asked by Arjuna for benefit of all of us. If Arjuna would not ask questions, then there won't be any Bhagavad Gita. Right? So Arjuna is asking this question for all of us. So thank you so much for being with us. And next time when we meet next Saturday, we'll learn about chapter number 11, Vishwarupa. Lord Krishna then reveals the Vishwarupa to Arjuna. It's a beautiful chapter. If you get a chance, please read 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Everybody has Bhagavad Gita at home? You have. No? How about you? You have Gita at home? Yourself? No? You have Gita at home? You have? You have? Okay, and in India? Oh, you will go to India to read them. So it's very expensive. But whenever you get a, like maybe next salary coming first, you work, right? When you get a next salary, invest in one Bhagavad Gita, $20. Everybody should have a Bhagavad Gita at home. It is very wonderful book. A lot of people have recommended reading Bhagavad Gita. So, and then if you don't have this phone, also go to a website. I'll show you the website. The website is called vedabase.io.